execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Broncos hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Brandon, it's not a bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted. Ready.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Tua. They'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Play action. Now it's Tua sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Ready.
On second down, they'll run it here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score in this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been one Super Bowl.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be down in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football in a safe place.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his bag.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 7-7, our score after 1.
Let's go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They give it to Williams, running right. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This will be caught. Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Down.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 17, Rodgers completed out left to Dobbs. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Rodgers completes it again to Dobbs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On the set. Right.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This is caught. And all the way home for Broncos score. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. McManus's play after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents it from making another catch to his big start.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down, Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That's how Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hamler now on the return. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Williams running left. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time. And
Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this 3rd quarter. But that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not on the sidelines to run the very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. That stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on
that for a chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They try the left side here with Williams. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll pitch it out here. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, here's Tua. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown. Christian Watson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
To a fast pass outside, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here we go on fourth down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. He's got Allen. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Can't we score?
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. They're returning it. Here's Hamler. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a solid run down inside the 30.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Let's go now. Get. Striker, 3-3.
quick throw caught out wide. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hey, check nigga.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
In it to win it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Rodgers. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Quran Williams. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14.